A beautiful day to everyone and welcome to my channel Adayo Bet Predict. In our channel we give our audience correct score prediction, betting strategy, betting prediction and a rollover bet odd. We have our different save betting strategy that we use in predicting our bettings, and in also we have different strategy we use in staking our bet. So in today's video I'll be predicting correct score correct score prediction. Correct score prediction is not a very betting strategy to be predicted, but when it came out well, it is like a bomb, and it is so exciting when you predict a match and it came out exactly the way you predicted it. So correct score prediction is not a very easy betting strategy, it's a very risky betting strategy. If one does not really have a correct source, you cannot predict the correct score prediction. So we make use of one of our best correct score prediction website to predict our correct score. So even though it's not every time that you can just make a prediction on human activities, because football happens to be a kind of human activities which tends to change based on different circumstances. So anything that involves humans changes, and that's why we make sure that we give a thorough analysis on our bet. So even though our correct score prediction can also be used to predict who to win a particular match or the outcome of a particular match. So for example, in this match I'll be predicting the correct score on the Argentina's league. So without wasting much of our time on our discussion or talk, will be I will just have to sort my match so that in a way that I will be able to give a proper selection on it. So I'll be predicting my match on the Argentina league and the one match in La Liga, and that will be all. So the match for today's and the leagues. So probably if I see a very familiar games to be predicted as correct score, I will move on to it. So I'll go on by selecting the La Liga, the Argentina league, and the Brazilian league. So this will be all our match to be predicted. So under the La Liga league, the only match I'll be predicting my correct score on is Atletico Madrid versus Athletic Bilbao. So one thing I'm going to do right now is to check their stats, which will determine if I'm going to be predicting according to our reliable source. So based on our techniques that we use in predicting our correct score, we make sure we check the position of the team that should be in favor of the correct score. We check their form, we check their previous matches, who has more winning, and we check the last 5 matches, and that will give us an hint of how most of their matches end up. So in this particular prediction, the correct score prediction for it will also be determined by the correct score odd given by the Sportybet. So for example, checking the statistics of that team, I realized that most of their previous matches are on the 3.5, and also Atletico Madrid and Athletic Bilbao, they are both in good form, but the form of Atletico Madrid is actually in more better position. And checking the suggested odd, because in my own mind the correct score I wanted to go for is Atletico Madrid to win by 1-0, and also we have it in the middle of here, we have it as a kind of small odd at 5.90 odd. So the correct score prediction for this La Liga match of Atletico Madrid and Athletic Bilbao is 1-0. So a total of 5.90 odd. So that would be all under the Spain La Liga. So that would be our last correct score under the league. So the next league I'm moving on to is Argentina League. Probably we have 2 matches under the Argentina Professional League. So the next one will be for the other day, but that will be played in the middle of the night. But first, I would like to predict the available 2 before moving on to the next one under the next one that will be played in the midnight. That is the Newell Boys, I think, and maybe Banfield. So the Union de Santa Fe versus Colon de Santa Fe. What I'm going to do right now for them also is that I'm going to check their statistics. I will check their previous matches, their form, their position on the league, everything, and I'm going to relate it with our reliable source. If the relation of these 2 analyses are tally together, that means it is very safe to be predicted. And also we always try to avoid some complex match statistics. When we realize that the statistics of some matches is a kind of very complex, we try our best to avoid it. So checking on this particular team, we realize that even though the away team had only 2 wins and lost 3 matches, the home team has been trying to play some draws and just a win. But in form, the away team, which I calculated that the away team is in form compared to that of the home team. But the league position shows that Union Santa Fe has been doing well, and their previous meeting they've been playing draw and the home team to win and like that, so differently. So I realized their previous match, the end result of it, they've been scoring different kind of goal, but most times their match always ended up in draw. So the next thing I'm going to, which will decide the final decision on this particular match correct score prediction, is the Sportybet suggestion. So for example, in this particular match, I will just avoid it. I just have to avoid the prediction of it because the statistics of it is a very kind of a complex one. There is no common I've not really seen a common result in their previous match, so I'll just have to skip this for today. So the next one I'll move on is to the Boca Juniors versus CA Platense. So the statistics will be checked before predicting the match. So this form is actually very similar to that of the one we checked the other time, but it shows that the away team actually too is in a very good form. So what I'm going to check in this particular match is just their previous match. I realized that whenever Boca Juniors played with this particular team, they usually give them a goal distance, and but checking their statistics and checking their league table, the Platens are in better form compared to that of the home team. But the home team happens to be one of the best team on the league, but anything happens in bets. So and check on the odd given to this team on the platform, I realized that the Sportybet are in favor of the home team, which shows the possible outcome of this particular match. So the correct score prediction for this particular match is Boca Juniors to win by 1-0, because this particular match will be a very kind of tough match between these two teams. So the next one, which will be our last league to be predicted on this channel, even though I'm going to move to the one that the Argentina match, which is supposed to be played at the midnight, I'm going to move to that one also. But first I would like to predict the three Serie A matches that we have here. So first one, we have Santos FC versus Asociacal, something like that. So very complex. And words to pronounce. So I'll be predicting their correct score prediction under these two. But first, I would like to check their statistics, and after that, I'm going to relate it with our reliable source, which is our reliable correct score website that we've been using so far. So these two teams are on the same league position, but the home team is currently in more form compared to that of the away team, and their previous match they both have the same winning. And so the next thing I'm going to check is their previous match results, how they've been winning so far, and that's will determine our correct score prediction. So I've checked what's needed to be checked. So the odd given by the sporty will determine the outcome of the game. So looking at the outcome of the game, it seems like the home team, since the home team is in correct form, and their match in this particular match, both teams are currently dragging. So the score should be under 3.5 goals, and the correct score prediction is the home team to win by 1 goals to 0 at odd of maybe 4.8 odd. So the next one is Sao Bernardo FC and Botafogo. I'll be predicting their correct statistics after checking their statistics also. For this particular match, match is the home team to win by 1 goals to 0, or the home team to win by 2 goals. That's the full is the sport. The so I've this selection which I've made, and left alone the Argentina leagues. It is under the La Liga, and the correct score prediction for it is Atletico Madrid to win by 1 goals to 0 at of 5.90 odd. The match between Boca Juniors and CA Platense, with correct score prediction of 1-0 at of 5.20 odd. We have another one, Santos FC versus Asociação, something like that. The correct score prediction for that also is 1-0 at of 4.85 odd. We also have another match which is Sao Bernardo FC versus Botafogo FC. The correct score prediction for it is 1-1 at of 5.72 odd. And the last correct score prediction for today's video content is Corinthians versus Mirassol. The correct score predicted is 1-0 at of 4.74 odd. So thanks for watching this Adele Bet Predict. If you are new to our channel, this is how we've been dropping our correct score prediction based on our reliable source and our best strategy applied in order to determine if a game is actually qualified to be played as correct score. So for tomorrow correct score prediction, make sure you click on the subscribe button so that you will get, and make sure you turn on your notifications so that you can get updates on our videos. So until next time, this is Adiayo.